Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric, and today in our Monsters of the Multiverse coverage, we're going to talk about Air Genasi. Okay, before we jump in, I've got 3 quick things I need to talk to all of you about. 1, message received. Y'all like Julie doing videos. Her Furball video, the like to view ratio was almost double my stuff. So that's cool. But I'm not sure how to take that entirely, but it's okay. Thank you for all the support for Julie. That's awesome. And I'm kidding, of course. Please keep it coming. 2, I just did a poll about best chicken sandwich, and I was talking about like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, and Jollibee. If you don't know about that, try to find one if you can. Cool. But some of y'all are just bananas out there. People are talking about McDonald's and Subway. What? What? Okay, cool. I guess you're blowing my mind out there. And 3, it's a new month. It's February. That means some cool stuff for FryMinis. Our new painting challenge for the month just started. So we have a theme painting contest every single month. This new month is Forest Folk February. You can win like $25 for first place, $5 for each second and third. Cool stuff. Go check it out. And our new PDF for the month is up also at FryMinis.com/shop. And it's awesome. It's a monk that has like a whip chain kind of thing that's built around like reach. It's $2 to download, or if you're a patron, you get it for free. I think it's cool. Worth to check it out. And if you don't want to buy anything, still go over to FryMinis.com/shop, and we got a whole bunch of free PDFs down there. You might like some. I don't know. All right, let's talk about what we're here for. Genasi, particularly Air Genasi. So previously, Genasi was a race, and then each of the 4 types of Genasi were sub-races. Kind of like you had an elf, and then you could be a wood elf or a high elf. It was a Genasi, Air Genasi, Earth Genasi, Fire and Water. And now they're all standalone races, just like everything else here in this book, which I'm okay with. I like having that versatility, that variety between them. I'm totally on board with that. Some of you, based on the comments, aren't feeling that, and that's interesting. I'd love to learn more about why you don't like that, but hey, whatever. Okay, so I think it's cool. So first, we have a little bit of lore that's going to apply to all Genasi, and then I'll show you what little lore we have for Air Genasi. So here's all Genasi. Tracing their ancestry to the genies of the elemental planes, each Genasi can tap into the power of one of the elements: air, earth, fire, and water. These are the 4 pillars of the material plane and the 4 types of Genasi. Some Genasi are direct descendants of a genie, while others were born to non-Genasi parents who live near a place suffused by a genie's magic. A typical Genasi has a lifespan of 120 years. First of all, by the way, Genasi. I'm going to say Genasi. You might not like that. You might be Indestructible, who is normally a very good channel. I don't even know how you pronounce it.
First off, let's start talking about the air genocide. Air genocide.
This is the video where I'm just confused by everything that's going on. but hey, go check out Indestructible. But Genasi. I'm going to say Genasi. If you don't like it, let me know in the comments how you would say it. Just the idea of having like these elemental genie type people, I think is cool. I like that a lot. And I understand having those 4 like pillars, right? And those 4 main type of Genasi. But I don't like it saying that those are the only type. Those, what does it say? And the 4 types of Genasi. Meaning there are no other Genasi. Genasi is one I often see homebrewed as like all these different like kind of like mephits, where you might have a steam mephit that's like a little bit of fire, a little bit of water, stuff like that. So I don't like that as like kind of limit. Obviously you can override that, but I wish it just like Dragonborn, right? Like we used to just have chromatic and metallic, but now we have gem. And if the language had been like this, I wouldn't work, but not a huge deal. But that's kind of fitting the themes I feel with a lot of this book of like here's a lore construct. here you go. And that's it. All right, so let's look at the air lore. Air Genasi are descended from Jinn, the genies of the elemental plane of air. Embodying many of the airy traits of their otherworldly ancestors, Air Genasi can draw upon their connection to the winds. Air Genasi's skin tones include many shades of blue, along with the full range of human skin tones with bluish or ashen casts. Sometimes their skin is marked by lines that seem to crack with bluish white energy spilling out. And Air Genasi's hair might blow in a phantom wind or be made entirely of clouds or vapor. As an Air Genasi, you have the following traits. That sounds super cool. That looks great. Like the whoosh, smoky, great. That's cool. I think this is good. I like this little bit. I love that. I don't super love the overall Genasi lore, but this part, great. So let's take a look at some of these general traits. They're same for all the other races in this book. +2 and +1, or 3 +1s for your stats. Common in another language. Here we live 120 years instead of about 100. We're about the size of a humanoid, or of a regular human, and just all this same stuff. Pause on the video if you want to read this, but it's the same it's been for all the other videos. All right, now the actual specific Air Genasi mechanical or racial traits. You are a humanoid. You are medium or small. You choose when you pick your race. You have a walking speed of 35 feet. And you have dark vision out to 60 feet. All right, so we're immediately getting buffs. We've gained dark vision. We've gained an extra 5 feet with our walking speed, and we can pick our size, which I don't know if that's a buff, but that flexibility I think is a win. Unending breath. You can hold your breath indefinitely while you're not incapacitated. Okay, this is identical from what we had before, but that's okay because this is cool and it makes sense, and you're still better at holding your breath than a turtle. Lightning resistance. You have resistance to lightning damage. Totally new. Completely new thing here. That's great. Is lightning resistance the absolute best resistance? No, of course not. Fire, duh. But check it out. Lightning bolt, shocking grasp, and some others. No, this is a really, really nice resistance to just get tossed in there, especially compared to where we were coming from before. Mingle with the wind. You know the shocking grasp cantrip. Starting at 3rd level, you can cast the Featherfall spell with this trait without requiring material component. And starting at 5th level, you can also cast the Levitate spell with this trait without requiring a material component. Once you cast Featherfall or Levitate with this trait, you can't cast that spell with it again until you finish a long rest. You can also cast either of these spells using spell slots you have of the appropriate level. Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma is your spellcasting ability for these spells, and you cast them with the trait. Choose when you select this race. Another super great buff. So we had Levitate before, but now we've also gained Featherfall and Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp, I think, is a really good cantrip. That reaction, that kind of like a little bit of damage and disengage, assuming everything works out, and then getting the advantage if they're wearing metal armor, I think is good. The downside, obviously, is that you have to be within melee range to use it, so you hopefully aren't having to use it, but I think it's great here. Before, of course, we were using Constitution as our spellcasting modifier, and now we get to choose. Levitate's always going to be a good spell. Levitate, I think, is also going to be probably one of the most misunderstood spells of people wanting to basically use it as a low-level flight and not realizing all the implications and rules of it, but whatever. And Featherfall is one of those spells that's great the one time per campaign that is going to come up. So when you need it, it's the best possible spell you could have at the time. And the whole rest of the time, it doesn't matter, and it's just wasting a preparation or a known spell slot, I guess. But here, you just have it, and it's great, so you can use it. And now, because you just have it as like a freebie and you can cast it, you might be more inclined to do some goofy stuff of jumping off cliffs or just getting weird with it. So great upgrade. Okay, so Air Genasi, huge upgrade across the board. Like this is super fun. I would absolutely love to play one of these. It sounds great. I think ability wise, it's really great. And I think all the Genasi have always had a really good like character image of being this elemental kind of person. I think it's really easy to come up with like how your character looks and have a very different style, right? Like Dragonborn, at the end of the day, you're just like a scaly person, right? I guess you can have tails now, which is cool. But here, like you can have cracks of wind coming. Your hair can be smoke. You can have blue skin. You can have any kind of skin. Like it's lots of flexibility. It's really cool. I think this is excellent. And on top of all of that, specifically, it's boosted up, right? Is it overpowered? No, I don't think so. I can't imagine anybody arguing that this is overpowered. It's just in line. It's good now. It's not, oh, this would be fun to play for like RP. But no, now it holds its own. Super on board. So we've got 3 more Genasi videos coming. And, and I got to tell you, these videos, they're fun to make. But when I'm trying to pound out 30 of these real quick, I start to go a little loopy. So it's great to take a little breather. Thank you for your patience. Again, check us out, FryMinis.com. All sorts of cool stuff going on over there. Let me know. Air Genasi? I think it's a win.